All right, we want to take you to House Judiciary Chairman Jerry Nadler speaking now. Let's listen in.
Good faith negotiations don't result in a pledge of compliance in the next day or two. The next step is seeking a contempt citation against the Attorney General. There are many questions that must be answered. The committee will convene at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning as planned. My colleagues will be present. I hope and expect that the Attorney General will think overnight and will be there as well. Are there any questions?
Will you issue a subpoena for Mr. Barr in the morning?
We will issue a subpoena. No, in the morning tomorrow we will not issue a subpoena. But the first thing is to get the unredacted report, and we will negotiate on that for another day or two, and if necessary, and remember that was subpoenaed, if necessary, go for a contempt citation shortly thereafter. We will also start a process to get Attorney General Barr there.
What is your response to the ranking member who says you're torpedoing this hearing?
We're not torpedoing this hearing. The committee has the right to determine its own procedures. The Attorney General has a nerve to try to dictate, and the administration has a nerve to dictate our procedures. It's simply part of the administration's complete stonewalling of Congress, period. And what the ranking member is saying is that by determining how we'll proceed, we are stonewalling, as if it's our choice that he should not come. He is trying to blackmail the committee into not following what we think is the most effective means of eliciting the information we need. And the Congress cannot permit the executive branch, we cannot permit the administration to dictate to Congress how we operate.
Mr. Chairman, several of your colleagues have called for Barr to resign today. Do you join them in that sentiment?
Well, I think he's going to have to answer for apparently testifying untruthfully in both the Senate and the House, and that's certainly one option.
There's also the outstanding question.
Proceedings about not.
Sorry?
Will you start contempt proceedings for not getting the unredacted Mueller report?
That's what I said.
What about for not?
What about for not appearing?
That's down the road. That's down the road. We haven't issued a subpoena for him to appear yet.
And you're not planning to do that tomorrow?
I didn't say that. We may issue a subpoena, but our first priority is to get the unredacted Mueller report. And by the way, we're looking to get Mueller before the committee on May 15th, which is another priority.
Has he agreed
May
on
15th, a new date?
Mueller? Have you had any conversations?
No, that's the date we've been talking about.
Has he agreed to come on May 15th?
Not yet. Well, they've announced that the department has announced they have no objection, and we're seeking to firm up the date.
Last question.
Do you really need committee lawyers to ask questions tomorrow? I mean, do you think that's one of the reasons why he's not coming?
I think that is the reason he's not coming. He is terrified. He is terrified of having to face a skilled attorney. The problem is, I mean, in fact, we've all seen congressional hearings. We have very talented members. They ask very good questions. But a 5-minute rule is not conducive to follow-up. We've seen repeatedly administration witnesses, including Attorney General Barr, spend the first 4.5 minutes filibustering, the last half minute giving a non-responsive answer, and then it's on to the next person. It is very valuable, as any lawyer will tell you, to have somebody, in this case a staff lawyer, who can follow up, take up loose ends that were suggested by questions from members, and follow up when he gives a non-responsive answer and say, but wait a minute, you said this last week, how can you say this now, or whatever. That's effective, the most effective way at getting at the facts and getting at the truth. And I can understand, given how dishonest he has been since March 24th at the earliest, since March 24th at the latest, I can understand why he is afraid of facing more effective examination.
How does this affect the impeachment? How does this affect the impeachment?
We're finished. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, we've been listening to Jerry Nadler, the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee, announcing that Attorney General William Barr is not expected to appear for the hearing before his committee on Thursday. We heard the chair say we may issue a subpoena, but our first priority is to get the unredacted Mueller report. We'll continue to follow developments on Capitol Hill as they warrant.